Everyone. Now next chapter is animal world. The surrounding which an animal lives is called its habitat. The place where an organism, animal, living being, plant, they naturally lives and reproduces is called its habitat. Animals have different body features that help them to survive in that particular kind of environment or habitat. Those special features which help them to survive in the habitat are known as adaptations. Animals come in different types. Few have very tiny, if you are very tiny like amoeba, just one, which are made up of just one cell, we call them unicellular organism also, or very huge like blue whale. In we have some another we have organisms like which are made up of so many cells together, we call them multicellular organisms. Plants, animals, blue whale, these are multicellular organisms. In this chapter we'll study about different adaptations like different body coverings, different eating habits, different methods of breathing, different methods of moving, and migration. Now let's start with the chapter. First of all, let's study different body coverings. First body covering is feathers. Feathers. When we think about the feathers, then the first word which comes in our mind is birds. This is the first body covering. Second one is scales. Scales, this is the second. In fish, reptiles. What are reptiles? Which crawl. For example, lizard, crocodile. These are the examples of the reptiles. Fish and crocodile, these have body covering as scale. The scales of the fish, they are overlapped upon each other so that water cannot enter inside. Third one is shell, hard outer covered, we call it shell. It is in snail, turtle, tortoise. Now there are few pictures. See, first one, this is snail, this is turtle, and third one is tortoise. How can you distinguish turtle and tortoise? Turtle which lives in water, tortoise on land. There are other features also which distinguish, but this is the very basic one. Whensoever they feel any danger, they move their body inside the shell. Fourth outer covering, body covering is fur. You must have seen polar bear. How can they survive in polar region in this much cold? Because of their body covering. Fourth one is hair. You must have seen most of the mammals, they have hair on their body as the body covering. These all were about the different body coverings. Next one is different eating habits. Now when we are talking about eating habits, we can say how are they distinguished. First of all, on the basis of their eating habits, few animals eat only plants, we call them herbivores. Cows, sheep, goats, zebra, horse, these are few examples of the animals which eat only plants. They have flat and broad teeth to chew their food. After this, second category is carnivores. Carnivores are the animals which eat other animals. For example, lion, wolf, frog, lizard, snake, eagle, owl. These all are few examples of the carnivores. Eagle, owl, they have beak. They have very sharp pointed beak to tear the flesh of other animals. And in the same way, these other carnivores animals, they have sharp teeth, pointed teeth in the front of their mouth to tear the flesh of other animals. There is one property, camouflage, that is they can easily hide themselves into the environment. For example, the strips of the tiger which help them in hiding in the grass so that it can easily catch its prey. The animals which hunt other animals, which we call them predators. So all these carnivores, these are examples of predators, and the one which is being hunted, that is known as the prey. So they have camouflage property. Even prey also have camouflage property. They can also blend themselves in the environment. Third, now see third category, that is omnivores. Animals that eat both plants and animals, we call them omnivores. Few examples are like duck, human, bear. These are few examples of the omnivores. They can eat both plants and animals. So these were three categories on the basis of different eating habits: herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. We have other categories also, like parasites, which lives in the body of another animals to feed on them. And after this, we have few examples, other examples also. Now let's study about different other adaptation. That one is different methods of breathing. What are the different breathing organs in the different animals? You know, different animals, they breathe through different breathing organs. In this one, first, you all are familiar with the lungs. Most of the mammals, birds, reptiles, they breathe through the lungs. They have two lungs which are connected by breathing tube to nostrils. When we are talking about lungs, then first thing with which you are familiar is a human being. That's why I've given example of this. And most of the birds, they also, reptiles, they also breathe with the help of lungs. Now when we are talking about ourselves, then how do we breathe? With nostrils we breathe in the air, then it goes to the lungs which purify it, and then will be the carbon dioxide. In the same way this happen with another, this is the procedure for the few animals. Second procedure, second method for breathing or organ is through moist skin. Earthworm, frog, they breathe through moist skin. You know, frog, when frog is in water, then he breathes through its moist skin. Frog is a type of amphibian. When frog is outside water, then you breathe through lungs. Third one is spiracles, small air holes on the sides, either side of the both of the body of the insect, grasshopper, cockroaches, and then that is known as spiracle. They breathe through these air holes, and you can easily see these red dots which I have drawn. These are the spiracles which help them in breathing. Fourth one is gills. Fish, tadpoles, prawns, these are few animals. Now see, you know the chemical formula of water, H2O, oxygen. O for oxygen, it means oxygen is already dissolved in the water. This dissolved oxygen is breathed in. This is absorbed from the water with the help of organs which are known as the gills. So your tadpoles, prawns, fish, they breathe through gills. Water enter in the fish mouth, it will absorb the water, absorb the oxygen which is present in water, and then moved out. Next one is different methods of moving. Animals move mainly in search of food, to escape from their enemies, to find the shelter from heat, rain, and cold. These are the different reasons why do they move. Now let's study about the different methods of moving. And this first one is the animals. They have very strong legs to move. We call them good runners also. One by one we'll study about them. The methods are animals that move on the land, animals that can fly, animals that swim. Now let's study about them one by one, and all of these animals, they use different methods on different habitats. Most animals like lion, tiger, elephant, etc., they walk on four limbs. Front one limbs are known as forelimbs and back one are known as hind limbs. These animals, they have very strong limbs and they run very fast. Few can be predators, few can be prey. Now let's see what are these. We call them good runners. So first movement is cheetah. This one with the help of strong legs, that is examples: cheetah, horse, zebras, foxes. These are few examples of the animals which move with the help of their strong limbs. If you run to catch their prey, if you run to escape from their predators. Second method for movement is hop. You must have seen rabbits or hare. How do they move? They hop from one place to another. They jump, right? So that method of movement is known as hop. After this, third one is walk on legs. For example, we human beings, we move. How do we move? How do we run, walk? By our two legs. After this, next one method for movement is crawl. All the reptiles like crocodile, lizard, tortoise, how do they move? They move with the help of their limbs. They crawl on the surface. They crawl on the land. They move along with the surface with the help of their limbs. This is only known as crawl. Snakes, worms, they do not have legs, but they also known as crawling animals. They move. Snake, it moves in zigzag form, zigzag manner, and it's very fast. It can move with the help of its flexible backbone. Next method is legs. Grasshopper, cockroach, and they have legs for the movement. Cockroach, it has wings also for the movement, but it cannot fly up to too much height, but to some height it can. So these all were the how animals that move on the land. Now let's study about the animals that fly. How do animals fly? With the help of the wings. And very common example, all the different types of birds, they have wings to fly. Now all these wings, along with the wings, they have their four limbs also. Wings are only known as their four limbs. On the wings they have which help in movement, which help in flight, that is feathers. Birds have different types of feathers. Birds use their hind limbs to perch on the trees, walk on the land, and even for hopping. Now you can see these are the feathers. These are feathers which help in the movement, which help in flying. And you can see a bird, how is he sitting? With the help of its limbs. It's two birds that cannot fly, like ostrich, emu, penguin. What about them? They also have wings, but they cannot fly, but they can also move. How do they move? With the help of their different organs. For example, penguins, they have flippers, and they walk. Ostrich, emu, they can run very fast with their two legs. After this, next one is flying insects like housefly, mosquito, butterfly, moths, bees. You can see all these pictures. What is common in them? They all can also fly. These are flying insects. They have wings on them. So this was all about the animals that fly. Next one is animals that swim. Now let's study about it. Now the animals which can swim, they have different organs which help them in swimming in the water. Fish swim, or it can move by their body from side to side. They have three type of fins that help in balancing or changing the position or in stopping. Fins, they act as oars for the fish. That's why it help in movement. In the same way, we have another animals also. For example, water boatman. It uses its legs as oars to swim. It moves its legs only as oars in front and backward position for the movement. Now you can see this in this way. It can move its body. After this, it can pushes its body in the front with the help of the movement of the legs. Now third one is prawns and tadpoles. They swim with their legs. Prawns, you can see these legs. These are the legs of prawns and tadpoles. they move with the help of their legs. Next one is frogs. Frogs, when they are in water, then they move with the help of webbed feet. See these. These are the webbed feet which help frog to move in water when frog is in water. After this, turtles. Turtles you must have seen on the sides, arm-like structure, that limb-like structure, these one. And even the penguins also, they also have this wings-like structure. These are known as the flippers. These flippers, they move in front and backward direction, and they help in pushing their body in the front. In this way, they easily move with the help of the flippers. So for these turtle, penguins, flippers are the movement organs. So this was all about the animals which can swim. Next topic is migration. You know what do I mean by migration? In very simple words, when a group of animals, they move from one place to another in search of food, in search of shelter, or to find the warmth, or for reproduction, that is known as migration. So what is migration? Long journey that animals make every year to find warmth, food, and give birth to their young ones is called migration. Now, for example, let's study there so many examples. First of all, this one, you can see this word, this Arctic tern. It travels 17,000 kilometers every winter from Arctic to Antarctic during the summer. It travels this much long distance, and when the season changes, then it go back to the Arctic. After the second one is butterfly. You know, monarch butterfly, it fly from Canada to Mexico during winter and back during the summer. In the same way, we have others also. What do? They move just when there is sudden change in the season, then, and they cannot adapt, then they change the place for their survival, and afterwards when it's fine, then again come back. Next one is eel. European eels especially, that live in fresh water. They swim 7,000 kilometers to the sea to lay their eggs. For reproduction, they migrate. These are European eels. Otherwise, they live in fresh water, but they swim 17,000 kilometers to the sea to lay their eggs for. So in this way, you can say they migrate for reproduction. We have other examples also. For example, Siberian cranes. They come to India during winters. They can be seen in Bharatpur and other bird sanctuaries, because they cannot cope up with the climatic conditions, climatic changes, and after winters they again go back to the Siberia. This was all about the migration, the animals which migrate from one place to another when there is sudden change in the climate or something. Now let's revise. Different body coverings are shell. For example, in turtle, tortoise, that is hard outer covering. Second one, scale. For example, in reptiles or in fish. Third one is feathers. In all the birds, there are 3 types of feathers which help in body feathers. Then we have flying feathers. Then the fourth one, body covering, is hair, to cover the body, long hair, even for their look also, fur to keep their body warm. So after the second one is different eating habits. First one, the animals which eat only plants, we call them herbivores. Second one, carnivores, which eat the flesh of other animal. Third, omnivores, which eat both plants and animals, both plants and flesh. Third is different methods of moving. Animals that move on the land, then animals that swim, and then another one is animals that can fly. For example, birds, even few insects also. And after this, Okay, this was the whole. Then is different methods of breathing. First one is lungs, and then second one is with the help of moist skin, and third one is, for example, earthworm. It breathes through its moist skin. Frog, when it is in water, it breathes through its moist skin. Third one is spiracles, air holes on the sides of the insect's body. Fourth one is gills. Fish breathe through its gills. We have other animals also which breathe through gills. So these all are the adaptations of the animals. Next one, last topic is migration. Migration is simply animals in groups. They always move in groups from one place to another in search of food, shelter, or to cope up with the climatic conditions. So this was all about. Thank you everyone.